The stars shone brightly over Earth, but most humans did not even notice them. They lived their ordinary lives, busy with work, school, and daily routines. To the rest of the galaxy, Earth seemed small, quiet, and unremarkable. Many species believed that humans were simple, peaceful, and far behind in technology. No one suspected that beneath the oceans, under deserts and hidden on distant asteroids, humanity had built a secret fleet that could rival even the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy. Commander Arya Lang walked through the enormous underground hangar, her boots echoing on the polished metal floor. Around her, rows of sleek starships rested, their hulls shining under soft lights. Each ship had been carefully designed for speed, strength, and precision. Engineers and pilots moved with purpose, checking systems, running simulations, and training for missions that no one outside Earth would ever imagine. "Commander," said Lieutenant Kiran Patel, approaching quickly, "all units are ready for the drill. The stealth ships are running perfectly, and the new AI systems are fully online." Arya nodded, her sharp eyes scanning the fleet. "Good, remember today isn't about fighting. It's about testing strategy and coordination. We must be ready for anything, but no mistakes." She paused, looking at the youngest recruits practicing in the simulator pods. Their hands moved quickly on the controls, their faces focused, but they also showed excitement. These young humans had grown up knowing that Earth was not just a planet in the galaxy. It was the secret heart of a hidden fleet. They trained every day for the possibility that one day, the galaxy would know their true power. Outside the hangar, the world seemed normal. In cities, people walked the streets, worked in offices, and shopped in markets. No one suspected that just beneath them, entire starships were being built and prepared for missions among the stars. The fleet had been hidden for decades, grown in secret with the best minds Earth had to offer. Far beyond the solar system, the Galactic Council held a meeting. Representatives from dozens of star systems gathered in a massive chamber that floated in orbit around a bright green sun. The council was responsible for keeping peace, managing trade, and sharing knowledge across the galaxy. They had seen countless civilizations, but Earth had never been a concern. "The humans are still primitive," said a silver-skinned counselor from the Zephyrian system. "Their ships are basic, their technology limited. They pose no threat, and their planet has little strategic value." "Perhaps," replied another counselor, a tall, glowing being from the Luminara system. "But I sense unusual energy readings near their system. We should send a scout ship, just to be certain." The council agreed, though no one truly expected Earth to hold anything remarkable. Back on Earth, Arya received a secure alert. The message was brief, but it made her heart race. Scout ship detected approaching the solar system. Unknown origin. Estimated arrival 48 hours. She gathered her officers in the control room, a circular chamber filled with glowing screens and holographic maps of the galaxy. "This is it," she said, her voice calm but firm. "A Galactic Council scout is coming. They think we are small and weak. They don't know the truth. We will not reveal our fleet yet. We will observe and gather information. This is our chance to understand them, and to ensure they leave Earth in peace." The officers nodded, understanding the weight of the moment. Humanity's secret fleet had always been ready, but never for this. A close encounter with the most powerful governing body in the galaxy. Meanwhile, the humans had prepared for such events for decades. The fleet had been built in layers of secrecy. Some ships were hidden deep under the oceans, protected by advanced camouflage systems. Others rested in deserts, disguised as ordinary military bases. The most secret ships were stationed on asteroids far from Earth, where no sensor could detect them. Arya walked along the command bridge, checking on the young pilots. "Remember," she said, "our strength is not just in our ships. It is in our strategy, our teamwork, and our ability to think differently. The Council may have the largest fleets, but humans have creativity. They do not see what we can do." Outside, the approaching scout ship moved silently through space. Its sensors scanned the solar system, detecting planets, asteroids, and energy signals. But it could not see what Earth had hidden so well. The fleet remained invisible, shielded by advanced cloaking technology and careful planning. In the underground hangar, the fleet's AI systems hummed softly. These systems were designed not just to control ships, but to assist humans in making tactical decisions, predicting outcomes, and analyzing enemy behavior. The AI was intelligent, but it always followed one rule: support humans, never replace them. Arya trusted the AI completely, knowing that humans and machines together could achieve incredible results. The hours passed quickly. Engineers finalized last-minute adjustments, pilots completed training runs, and Arya reviewed strategies for observation. She knew the Council's scout would soon arrive near Earth's orbit. Every decision had to be perfect. Finally, the alert came. The scout ship had entered the outer edge of the solar system. Its presence was faint but detectable by Earth's hidden sensors. "Commander," said Lieutenant Kieran, "they are here." Arya stepped forward, watching the holographic display. The scout ship was small but elegant, its design clearly meant for observation and data collection. It carried no weapons, but its sensors were advanced. The Council had sent one of their best teams to investigate, unaware of the true power lying beneath Earth. Arya smiled slightly. "Prepare for observation mode. We will not attack. We will gather information. Let's see what the Council thinks of Earth." For hours, the fleet monitored the scout ship. Pilots maneuvered stealth drones to follow it at a distance, recording every movement. Engineers analyzed the ship's energy patterns and communication signals. They learned more about the Council in a single day than most humans could in a lifetime. The scout ship, meanwhile, sent back reports to the Council. Its sensors detected nothing unusual. "Earth appears peaceful. No advanced technology detected. No unusual activity. No threat," the ship transmitted. Back in the hangar, Arya watched the data carefully. "They think we are simple," she said softly. "Let them think that. One day they will learn the truth. One day they will see what humans can do." Night fell on the surface of Earth. Cities glowed with lights. Rivers reflected the stars, and people slept peacefully, unaware of the hidden fleet beneath their feet. The contrast between ordinary life and extraordinary secret preparation was striking. Arya walked to a small observation window, looking at the stars beyond. She remembered the stories humans had told for centuries, of distant planets, of civilizations among the stars, and of the hope that one day humans would be part of something greater. Now that day was coming. The Galactic Council, the rulers of countless systems, were about to notice Earth, not as a weak planet, but as a civilization with courage, intelligence, and hidden power. She turned back to her officers. "Prepare a report," she said. "But remember, we reveal nothing. Our time will come. For now we observe, we learn, and we wait. The galaxy underestimates humans, and that is our advantage." The crew nodded, determination shining in their eyes. They were part of something bigger than themselves, part of a hidden legacy of human ingenuity. They trained, prepared, and dreamed of the day when humanity would step into the galaxy with confidence and courage. Far away, the scout ship continued its silent survey. It would leave soon, returning to the Council with reports that would surprise them. But not yet. Humanity had not yet revealed its secret. Commander Arya stood on the bridge looking at the stars and feeling the weight of responsibility. She knew the fleet's true purpose was not war but protection and exploration. One day humans would travel freely among the stars, earning respect and trust. One day the Council would be shocked by what humans had built in secret. For now, Earth remained hidden, peaceful, and safe. The stars sparkled and the galaxy continued on its endless path. But something had changed. Humanity was no longer a minor player. Under Commander Arya's guidance, the secret fleet had grown powerful, clever, and ready. The first step toward recognition in the galaxy had begun, and it would be unforgettable. The Galactic Council scout drifted quietly near the outer edge of the solar system. Its sleek hull reflected starlight as it moved past asteroids and distant planets. Inside, Captain Zier of the Luminara system studied Earth on a large holographic display. He was an experienced officer, trained to observe without being noticed, and to report anything unusual. "Captain," said Lieutenant Riva, a silver-scaled officer, "our scans show nothing beyond normal energy readings. Earth seems peaceful. No advanced technology detected." Zier frowned. Something about the readings felt strange. Energy patterns were faint but irregular. "Keep scanning," he said. "The Council believes humans are weak, but these patterns, they are unusual. Pay close attention." Meanwhile, on Earth, Commander Arya Lang monitored the scouts' movements. Her fleet remained hidden, shielded by the most advanced cloaking technology humanity had ever developed. Small drones moved silently, tracking the scout ship from a safe distance. Lieutenant Kieran, status report on the drones, Arya said calmly. All drones are in position, Commander, Kieran replied. They are collecting data on the ship's speed, energy output, and scanning methods. Nothing has detected us. Good, Arya said. Remember, we do not reveal anything yet. Observation only. Learn what we can from them. This is our chance to understand the Council. The scout ship began scanning the inner planets, moving slowly toward Earth. On board, Zaire and his team were impressed by what they saw. The planet was full of life, oceans, forests, deserts, and cities bustling with activity. Humans had built incredible societies without leaving the surface of their world. They are industrious, Zaire said quietly, but no ships beyond atmospheric flight. Their technology seems simple. Simple? Lieutenant Riva tilted her head. I do not sense major threats, but the irregular energy readings, they bother me. Something is hidden. Back in the hidden fleet, Arya smiled faintly. She knew the scout could not see the underground hangars, the asteroid bases, or the cloaked ships patrolling far from Earth. Humans had prepared for this moment for decades. The fleet's purpose was not aggression, but defense, exploration, and the chance to be recognized by the galaxy. Hours passed as the scout studied Earth. Outside, humans continued their lives, unaware of the silent drama unfolding above them. Pilots practiced maneuvers in simulators, engineers fine-tuned systems, and the youngest recruits learned tactics that would one day allow them to operate in space. Arya moved to the observation deck, watching the scout through advanced sensors. Captain, she said to her communications officer, let's send a subtle signal. Nothing that reveals our location, just a trace that hints at intelligence. The officer nodded and carefully adjusted the fleet's communications array. A faint pulse of coded energy reached the scout ship, disguised as a natural anomaly. It was designed to spark curiosity without alerting the Council. Zaire noticed the signal immediately. Captain, we are receiving unusual pulses. They are faint, almost like natural energy fluctuations, but they repeat. Someone is sending them. Riva's eyes widened. Humans, but that is impossible. Their technology cannot reach us. Zaire leaned closer to the display. We cannot know yet, but we must be careful. The Council will want an explanation. On Earth, the fleet recorded everything. The drones traced the scout sensors, mapping its capabilities and weaknesses. The AI systems analyzed communication patterns, energy signatures, and movement strategies. Each discovery added to humanity's understanding of the galaxy and the Council. Later, Arya gathered her officers for a briefing. The scout is advanced, she said, but it underestimates us. We must continue observation, learn everything we can. Remember, humans survive because we think differently. The galaxy expects weakness. We will show intelligence. Lieutenant Kieran spoke up. Commander, if they continue to approach, should we reveal ourselves? Arya shook her head. Not yet. This is our chance to study them. Reveal only what we choose when we are ready. Patience is our advantage. As the scout moved closer to Earth, a small city near the coast experienced a brief power surge. People looked up at the sky, wondering why streetlights flickered for a moment. No one noticed the hidden human fleet watching carefully, ensuring the city remained safe. The subtle display was a test. Something small enough not to alarm humans, but large enough to intrigue the scout. Zaire's sensors picked up the anomaly. Captain, he said, there was an energy pulse near the planet's surface. Not natural. Someone is hiding something. Riva nodded, her eyes glowing softly. Yes, this planet has secrets. We cannot leave without more information. The Council must know. Back in the fleet, Arya watched the scout's reaction. They are curious, she said quietly. Exactly as we expected. They will underestimate us until the right moment. The scout continued orbiting Earth, performing slow scans of the atmosphere, surface, and outer space. It detected no ships, no fleets, and no advanced weapons. Everything seemed peaceful, but Zaire could not ignore the irregular energy pulses. Something intelligent was present, hiding and observing. For the first time, some officers on the scout ship questioned their assumptions. Captain, Riva said, humans may be more advanced than we thought. The energy readings do not match what we know about their technology. Perhaps we should alert the Council. Zaire shook his head. Not yet. Observation first. We cannot act on suspicion, but continue to record everything. Any anomaly could be important. On Earth, the hidden fleet continued to operate in perfect secrecy. Pilots practiced maneuvers in zero-gravity simulators. Engineers ran diagnostics on the ships, and AI systems predicted possible scenarios for future encounters. Humans had built this fleet not for war, but for knowledge, defense, and the hope of peaceful recognition in the galaxy. Hours turned into days. The Scout made its final approach to the inner planets, scanning for threats. Arya allowed herself a moment to look at the stars. "The galaxy does not know us yet," she said softly. "But they will. They will learn that humans are clever, strong, and creative." In a quiet room beneath the desert, a group of young pilots practiced advanced simulations. They raced through asteroid fields, dodged imaginary enemy ships, and solved complex navigation challenges. Each maneuver taught them teamwork, strategy, and quick thinking, skills humans had relied on for generations. Lieutenant Kieran approached Arya. "Commander, the Scout is moving away from Earth now. Their report will go to the Council." "They still do not know about us," Arya nodded. "Let them underestimate us. That is our advantage. The Council sees humans as weak, unimportant. They do not realize our potential. They will not suspect that the fleet beneath their very eyes can stand with the greatest powers in the galaxy." Meanwhile, the Scout sent its final report. "Earth appears peaceful. No advanced technology detected. Energy anomalies are minor. Humans are curious but primitive. No threat." Sire frowned as he sent the message. Something inside him whispered that this planet was different. There was intelligence, planning, and hidden skill. Humans were not what they seemed. On Earth, Arya prepared the fleet for the next phase. "This was just the beginning," she said. "The Council has seen a small trace of our intelligence. They will return, and when they do, humans will be ready." The fleet moved silently, retreating to hidden bases, maintaining secrecy. Drones returned to their docking stations. AI systems continued analysis, and pilots rested, knowing the galaxy had begun to notice Earth, even if only slightly. Night fell over the planet. Cities glowed under the stars, rivers reflected moonlight, and oceans whispered to distant shores. Humans slept, unaware of the hidden fleet that had observed and learned from the Council's Scout. Arya looked at the stars one last time before retiring. She felt a sense of pride and purpose. Humanity had waited for this moment for centuries, building knowledge, skill, and strength in secret. The galaxy might have underestimated them, but that mistake would not last forever. The first contact had not yet revealed Earth's full power, but it had begun. The Council believed humans were weak. They believed the planet was small and unimportant, but beneath the surface humanity had prepared, learned, and grown, and one day the galaxy would be shocked. Weeks had passed since the Galactic Council Scout had observed Earth. Commander Arya Lang and her fleet had remained hidden, quietly analyzing the data gathered. Humans had learned more about the Council's ships, their tactics, and their way of thinking than anyone could imagine. But Arya knew that observation alone would not be enough. Humans needed a chance to prove their intelligence and skill to the galaxy, but carefully without revealing everything at once. One morning, a secure communication arrived from the Council itself. The message appeared on Arya's holographic display, glowing softly in the command room. "Commander Arya Lang," it read. "The Galactic Council invites your civilization to participate in a coordinated galactic exercise. Your presence is requested in the Alpha Centauri system in 3 weeks. Your cooperation will be observed and evaluated." Arya studied the message carefully. She gathered her officers immediately. "The Council wants us to participate in a galactic exercise," she said. "They still do not know what we are capable of. This is our opportunity. We will send teams that show intelligence, strategy, and skill, but not the full power of our fleet. We must be careful." Lieutenant Kieran spoke up. "Commander, the Council still believes humans are weak. If we send only small teams, we may not impress them enough." Arya shook her head. "Kieran's subtlety is our advantage. They will not expect small groups to be clever, fast, and precise. Let them underestimate us, they always do. That is when humans shine." Preparations began at once. Pilots trained in advanced simulations. Engineers prepared stealth ships, and AI systems calculated possible scenarios. Every maneuver, every plan, every detail was practiced carefully. Humans had long been underestimated, but their greatest strength was creativity and teamwork, skills no alien civilization could match easily. The day of departure arrived. Small squads of stealth ships left Earth under strict secrecy, heading toward the Alpha Centauri system. Each ship was sleek and advanced, capable of extreme speed and precise maneuvers. Pilots were tense but excited. This was their first contact with other civilizations in a controlled setting. As they approached the Alpha Centauri system, the other fleets were already gathering. Ships of all shapes and sizes floated in space, from massive war vessels to elegant observation ships. The Council's exercise was designed to test strategy, coordination, and intelligence without actual combat. "Commander Arya," said Lieutenant Kieran, "look at them. They are massive fleets compared to ours." Arya smiled faintly. "Yes, but size is not everything. Observe, analyze, and adapt. That is how humans win." The exercise began with a series of challenges. The first task was a navigation test through a dense asteroid field. Council ships were large and powerful, but humans had trained extensively in tight spaces. Arya's pilots moved with precision, weaving through the asteroids, avoiding collisions, and reaching checkpoints faster than any other squad. Captain Zaire of the Luminara Scout, now observing the exercise, was surprised. "Their ships are small, yes," he said, "but they navigate faster than anyone. Remarkable reflexes and coordination." The next task involved communication and strategy. Fleets had to coordinate to complete objectives, exchanging information without making mistakes. Humans used their AI systems cleverly, predicting other fleets' moves and creating strategies that others could not anticipate. They sent signals that were almost invisible, subtly guiding their teams while remaining undetected by competitors. "Commander," said Kieran, "the other fleets are noticing us. Some are trying to follow our tactics." Arya nodded. "Good, let them watch. We will not reveal everything, but they must see that humans are intelligent. That is enough for now." The final task of the exercise tested problem-solving under pressure. Each fleet was given a simulated threat, a system of obstacles, energy fields, and challenges that required careful planning. Humans approached it differently. While other fleets relied on raw power, humans used creativity, observation, and teamwork. They solved problems in ways no one else had considered. "Humans are clever," muttered one alien commander. "They do not act like we expect. They see patterns others miss." By the end of the exercise, the human squads had completed every challenge faster, smarter, and with fewer errors than almost any other fleet. Observers in the Council ships whispered in surprise. They had underestimated Earth, assuming humans were simple, weak, and inexperienced. Yet here they were, demonstrating intelligence, skill, and strategy that rivaled even the oldest civilizations in the galaxy. Back on Earth, Arya monitored the results. She allowed herself a small smile. "They are impressed," she said softly. "Not yet fully aware of our fleet, but they know humans are clever. This is the first step, so we will continue to learn and show just enough to earn respect." Captain Zaire reviewed the data from the exercise. "We did not expect this," he admitted to his officers. Earth's small teams outperformed almost every fleet in these challenges. Their coordination, creativity, and problem-solving are exceptional. The Council may have underestimated them entirely. While the humans had succeeded, Arya knew their work was far from done. The Council would return more curious than ever, and humans needed to be prepared for whatever came next. They would not reveal the full fleet yet, but the first impression had been powerful. After the exercise, the human squads returned to their hidden bases. Pilots celebrated quietly, engineers began planning improvements, and Arya held a briefing for her officers. "This is the path forward," she said. "The galaxy is beginning to see our intelligence. They still do not know the fleet's full power. We remain hidden but respected. That is the balance we must maintain." Lieutenant Kieran nodded. "Commander, the exercise has given us valuable information about the Council. Their fleets are massive, but they rely heavily on size and speed. Humans rely on strategy, prediction, and creativity. That is our advantage," Arya smiled. "Exactly. The galaxy expects humans to be weak. That expectation is our secret weapon. We will continue to grow, learn, and prepare. One day the Council will see the full fleet. But that day is not today. For now, humans have earned their first recognition." Meanwhile, Captain Zaire and his officers discussed the results in the Council chamber. "Earth is not simple," Zaire said. "They are capable of thinking differently, solving problems in ways we cannot anticipate. I recommend further observation and caution." The Council agreed, though some members remained skeptical. Many could not believe that humans, considered minor players, could show such intelligence and skill. But the evidence from the exercise was undeniable. Humans had proven themselves in strategy, teamwork, and problem-solving. On Earth, Arya walked through the hangar, observing the fleet resting quietly. Ships gleamed under the soft lights, engines humming softly as AI systems ran maintenance checks. Pilots and engineers moved with quiet confidence, proud of what they had achieved but aware that their true challenge was yet to come. She stopped at a large viewing window, looking up at the stars. "The galaxy is beginning to notice us," she said softly. "They see intelligence, courage, and strategy. But they do not see everything. That will come in time. Humans have grown, and we are ready for the future." The young recruits watched her with admiration. They knew that Earth had hidden wonders, but they had just witnessed the first steps of humanity entering the wider galaxy. For centuries, humans had dreamed of the stars. Now they had begun to show the galaxy who they truly were. Arya turned back to her officers. "Prepare for the next stage," she said. "The Council will return more curious than ever. We must be ready. Our strategy, skill, and intelligence will continue to be our greatest strengths. Remember, humans succeed not by power alone, but by creativity, teamwork, and courage. That is what makes us remarkable." As the sun set over Earth, casting golden light on cities and oceans, the hidden fleet rested in its secret bases. Humanity had made its first mark in the galaxy, not with aggression but with brilliance. The Galactic Council had been shocked, not yet by the full fleet but by the ingenuity and cleverness of humans. Commander Arya looked at the stars one last time before retiring. "This is only the beginning," she said. "Humans will continue to grow, learn, and explore. One day the galaxy will know our full strength, and when that day comes they will be amazed. For now we continue quietly, wisely, and with purpose. Humans are underestimated. That is our greatest advantage." And so the hidden fleet of Earth remained ready, its pilots and engineers prepared for the challenges ahead. The Galactic Council had been impressed, but they did not yet know the full truth. Humanity had begun its journey among the stars, showing that even a seemingly small and simple world could hold incredible intelligence, courage, and potential. The Galactic Council had not forgotten Earth. Weeks after the exercise in the Alpha Centauri system, whispers and questions circulated among the counselors. How could a small, seemingly weak planet demonstrate such intelligence and strategy? Some counselors were intrigued, others cautious. None could ignore the reports. "Captain Zaire," said a counselor from the Zephyrian system, "Earth's performance in the exercise was extraordinary. They solved problems faster than even our veteran fleets. Do you believe they are hiding something?" Zaire nodded thoughtfully. "I am certain, counselor. There is more than we have observed. Their intelligence is remarkable, but I sense hidden capability. I recommend we invite Earth to the next Council Assembly. It is time to see the full extent of their potential." The Council agreed, and a message was sent to Earth. This time, it was formal, respectful, and commanding. "Commander Arya Lang, the Galactic Council requests your presence, along with representatives of your civilization, at the Council chambers in the Epsilon Prime system. Your participation is required for discussion and observation of interstellar affairs." Arya read the message carefully, her expression calm. She gathered her officers immediately. "This is the moment we have prepared for," she said. "The Council believes humans are clever, but they do not know our full power. This is our chance to reveal enough to earn respect without showing everything. We must be careful, precise, and dignified. The galaxy is about to learn that Earth is not what they expected." Preparations began at once. Ships were repaired, supplies were loaded, and the fleet was put on high alert. Every detail mattered. Humans could not afford mistakes. For decades, the fleet had been hidden, built in secret by the best engineers, scientists, and strategists. Now its moment of revelation was approaching. Arya chose a small fleet of impressive ships for the initial journey. These were not the entire force, but were designed to demonstrate strength, sophistication, and human ingenuity. Pilots trained rigorously, running simulations that considered every possible scenario. When the fleet left Earth, it moved with silent grace. No alarms, no unnecessary attention, just sleek ships gliding through space, their presence elegant and precise. Alongside the main fleet, smaller scout ships ran ahead, gathering information about Council defenses and potential threats. Upon arrival at the Epsilon Prime system, The council's assembly waited. Representatives from dozens of civilizations hovered in orbit around the massive council station. Ships of all sizes were present, their crews curious and cautious. No one expected Earth to arrive with a fleet of this sophistication. Commander Arya Lang, a counselor, announced as she entered the chamber, "We welcome you and your representatives. Your presence is acknowledged with interest, following reports from the Alpha Centauri exercise." Arya stepped forward with confidence, her posture straight, her voice calm and commanding. "Thank you, counselors. Humans are honored to participate in the council. We come in peace and with a desire to learn, share, and contribute to the galaxy's growth." The counselors murmured among themselves. They noticed the ships outside, sleek and powerful, far beyond anything they had expected from Earth. Some whispered, others openly stared, unable to hide their astonishment. Yer, observing from the council chambers, leaned forward. "By the stars, they have a fleet, and it is far larger than we anticipated." Arya continued speaking, her words carefully chosen. "Our fleet exists to explore, protect, and assist. We do not seek conflict or conquest. We have observed the galaxy, learned from it, and now wish to be recognized as equals. Humans have long lived under the stars in curiosity and hope, and now we are ready to participate openly." At her signal, the fleet outside performed a coordinated maneuver. Ships glided gracefully in patterns that displayed precision, intelligence, and coordination. Drones and holographic projections illustrated advanced tactics, defensive systems, and energy efficiency. The demonstration was breathtaking. Gasps echoed through the council chambers. Many species had never seen anything like it. Earth, once considered minor, had now revealed sophistication, organization, and creativity that rivaled even the oldest civilizations. Counselor Lyra of the Nebulon system spoke aloud, disbelief in her voice. I underestimated them. Their fleet, it is incredible. And yet they controlled it with perfect coordination. This is not a threat but a marvel." Arya nodded. "We are not a threat. Our strength lies in intelligence, teamwork, and the ability to learn. Humans have survived, grown, and thrived because of these qualities. We ask the Council to recognize us not for power alone, but for creativity, courage, and dedication to knowledge and peace." The counselors were silent. Some were impressed, others cautious, but all were forced to reconsider their assumptions. Humans were not simple. They were strategic, disciplined, and capable of organizing a fleet far beyond what anyone had expected. Zaire turned to his colleagues. "This is extraordinary. Earth has remained hidden, yet they now stand before us with clarity, strength, and intelligence. They are no longer minor players. They are equals." A counselor from the Volterra system raised a question. "Commander Lang, why did humans hide their fleet for so long?" Arya replied firmly. "We sought to grow, learn, and prepare without causing fear or conflict. Humans value peace, but we also value readiness. When the time came to reveal our strength, we did so with respect and clarity. Our purpose is protection, exploration, and cooperation." The counselors nodded slowly. They were impressed by Arya's honesty, diplomacy, and leadership. She spoke not as a warrior, but as a representative of an intelligent, capable, and thoughtful civilization. To demonstrate further, Arya guided the fleet in a synchronized exercise. Ships formed intricate patterns, simulated defensive and rescue missions, and demonstrated rapid problem-solving in real-time scenarios. The Council watched in awe. Humans were clever, adaptable, and precise. Counselor Lyra whispered to Zaire, "They are remarkable. Their strength is not just in technology, but in strategy and thought. They have grown quietly while we assumed weakness." Zaire nodded. "Indeed, the galaxy underestimated humans. Now we see why they must be acknowledged." Arya concluded the demonstration. "This is only a glimpse of what humans have achieved. Our fleet exists to protect, to explore, and to learn. We seek cooperation, friendship, and knowledge. We do not seek domination or conflict. We ask only for recognition as equals in this galaxy." The Council remained silent for a moment, absorbing the revelation. Finally, a senior counselor spoke. "Commander Lang, Earth's fleet and your demonstration are extraordinary. We acknowledge humans as a civilization capable of strategy, intelligence, and cooperation. Your people have grown quietly, yet significantly, and the galaxy must recognize this achievement." Arya bowed slightly. "Thank you, counselors. Humans are ready to contribute to the galaxy with creativity, courage, and respect. We hope to build friendships and alliances based on understanding and mutual growth. Outside, the human fleet returned to a standby formation. The demonstration had been a success. Humans had revealed enough to earn respect, without showing their entire fleet or full capabilities. They had achieved recognition not through force, but through intelligence, precision, and clarity of purpose. As the council deliberated, Arya reflected on the journey. Earth had grown quietly, building knowledge, strength, and skill in secret. Now humans were no longer underestimated. They had proven themselves capable, clever, and worthy of recognition. In the days following the assembly, ambassadors from other civilizations approached Arya and her officers. They asked questions, shared knowledge, and offered partnerships. Humans had gained allies, respect, and a voice in the galaxy. For the first time, Earth was recognized not as a minor planet but as a civilization capable of strategy, intelligence, and cooperation. Arya returned to her fleet, walking among the ships. Pilots and engineers moved with quiet pride, knowing they had played a part in a historic moment. The hidden fleet had revealed itself strategically, demonstrating human ingenuity and leadership. "We have taken the first step," Arya said to Lieutenant Kieran. "The galaxy now knows humans are capable, but we will continue to grow, to explore, and to prepare. Our journey has only begun," Kieran nodded. "Commander, they are impressed, but they also respect us." "That is powerful," Arya smiled. "Yes, respect is earned, not demanded. And humans have earned it through intelligence, courage, and vision. The Council underestimated us for centuries. That mistake will not be repeated." As Earth's fleet prepared to return home, Arya gazed at the stars. The galaxy had changed. Humans had stepped forward, revealing themselves not as weak minor players, but as clever, capable, and ready to explore and protect the stars. The Council had been shocked, but respect had been earned, and the story of humanity's hidden fleet had only just begun. Earth's hidden fleet returned home after the Council assembly in the Epsilon Prime system. Commander Arya Lang stood on the bridge of her flagship, watching the stars streak past as their ships moved at incredible speed. She felt a quiet pride, but also a deep sense of responsibility. Humanity had made its first mark among the stars, earning respect through intelligence, strategy, and cooperation. Lieutenant Kieran approached her. "Commander, the Council has acknowledged humans as equals. Other civilizations are approaching us with friendship and offers for alliances." Arya nodded. "Yes, Kieran, that is a great step forward. But recognition is only the beginning. We must continue to grow, to learn, and to show the galaxy that humans are capable of wisdom and courage, not just strategy and skill." The fleet returned to Earth quietly. Citizens remained unaware of the remarkable events that had taken place in deep space. To them, life went on as usual. Children played in parks, cities bustled with energy, and oceans sparkled under the sun. But beneath the surface, humanity's secret fleet had grown stronger, its presence now acknowledged by the galaxy's most powerful governing body. Arya walked through the hangar, observing the ships resting under soft lights. Engineers moved quickly, maintaining systems, while pilots trained in simulators and discussed strategies. Everyone understood the importance of their work, not for conquest, but for exploration, protection, and collaboration. "Commander," said an engineer named Lyra, "the other civilizations want to share technology with us. They are impressed with our tactics and fleet coordination. This could accelerate our research by decades." Arya smiled. "That is exactly what we need. Knowledge is the greatest power humans can possess. But we must remain careful. We accept assistance, but we choose our path. Humans thrive because we think differently. Let us continue to learn and grow on our terms." Meanwhile, ambassadors from other civilizations began arriving on Earth. They came in ships of all shapes and sizes, curious to understand humans and their remarkable fleet. Arya and her officers welcomed them, showing hospitality and knowledge while maintaining discretion about the full scope of their capabilities. Captain Zaire of the Luminara Scout returned to Earth as well, not as an observer but as a guest. He marveled at the hidden fleet and the organization behind it. "Commander Lang," Zaire said, "your civilization has shown intelligence, skill, and restraint. Humans are remarkable. I have underestimated you, and the Council will too. You deserve respect, and I am honored to witness it firsthand." Arya nodded. "Thank you, Captain Zaire. Humans have long dreamed of participating in the galaxy. We seek not to dominate, but to contribute, to protect, to explore, and to cooperate. Recognition is just the first step. The days passed with a flurry of activity. Pilots trained, engineers improved ships, and scientists worked with allied civilizations to exchange knowledge. Humans learned advanced energy systems, communication methods, and even navigation techniques that had taken other civilizations centuries to perfect. Arya stood on a viewing platform overlooking the fleet. "This is only the beginning," she told her officers. "The galaxy knows we are capable. Now we must prove that humans can use their intelligence, creativity, and courage responsibly. We must show that strength is meaningful only when combined with wisdom." Lieutenant Kieran smiled. "Commander, we have gained allies, respect, and knowledge. Humanity's future among the stars is brighter than ever." "Yes," Arya agreed. "But we continue to prepare. Our hidden fleet remains ready. Our young pilots continue to learn, and our engineers innovate. The galaxy underestimates humans, and that is our advantage. But we will also show that humans can be wise, compassionate, and dependable partners." A new opportunity arose when the Galactic Council invited Earth to join a collaborative exploration of a distant star system. Humans could send ships to study planets, moons, and asteroids, collecting knowledge and sharing discoveries with other civilizations. Arya saw this as a perfect chance to expand humanity's presence in the galaxy without aggression. The fleet prepared for departure. Ships were loaded with scientific equipment, exploration drones, and communication arrays. Pilots reviewed navigation routes, and engineers ensured every system was in perfect condition. As the fleet left Earth orbit, children on the planet looked up at the night sky, unaware that humans were traveling among the stars. Their parents pointed toward the heavens, imagining distant worlds and adventures yet to come. Earth remained peaceful, while its secret fleet moved quietly into the galaxy, ready to explore, protect, and inspire. During the journey, the fleet encountered uncharted regions of space. Humans mapped new star systems, studied distant planets, and learned from environments entirely different from their own. Each mission highlighted human ingenuity. Pilots adapted quickly to unexpected conditions, engineers repaired equipment under pressure, and scientists made discoveries that amazed their allies. Captain Zaire observed the fleet from a council ship nearby. "Humans are remarkable," he said. "They adapt, innovate, and work together like no other species I have seen. Their fleet may be hidden, but their intelligence is impossible to hide." Arya and her officers continued to demonstrate restraint, using their fleet not for force, but for observation, learning, and assistance. When an asteroid threatened a distant moon, humans used precise calculations and energy shields to divert it safely, protecting both the moon and surrounding colonies. Allies watched in amazement. "The humans do not act recklessly," Zaire said. "They show power, but with wisdom. That is rare in the galaxy." Back on Earth, the citizens continued to live their lives oblivious to the heroic deeds of their fleet. Yet the fleet's actions inspired a sense of pride among those who knew the truth. Humanity had finally stepped into the galaxy, not with aggression, but with intelligence, courage, and responsibility. Months passed. Humans earned respect among the Galactic Council, formed partnerships, and contributed knowledge. Their fleet remained a symbol of hidden potential, demonstrating that intelligence, creativity, and cooperation could rival even the most powerful civilizations. Arya addressed her officers during a fleet briefing. "Humans have grown quietly, strategically, and wisely. The galaxy now knows our intelligence, courage, and skill, but our journey does not end here. We will continue to explore, protect, and inspire. We will continue to show that humanity is remarkable not just because of our fleet, but because of our creativity, courage, and vision." Lieutenant Kieran spoke up. "Commander, humans are now respected and recognized. They will look to us as examples of cleverness and cooperation. What is our next step?" Arya smiled. "Our next step is to continue being humans, to explore with curiosity, to protect with courage, and to learn with wisdom. Recognition is earned not once but continuously. We must inspire, teach, and lead with intelligence. That is the true power of humanity." As the fleet returned toward Earth, new alliances were formed. Humans shared knowledge, helped other civilizations solve problems, and offered guidance in exploration. Stories of the fleet's precision, intelligence, and courage spread across star systems, inspiring other civilizations to view humanity not as minor or weak, but as capable, clever, and dependable partners. In the fleet's hangar, Engineers prepared new ships while pilots trained in simulators. Young recruits practiced strategies, simulations, and teamwork exercises. The next generation of humans was learning that their creativity and intelligence were their greatest strengths, preparing them for the challenges of the galaxy ahead. Arya stood on a viewing platform, gazing at the stars. "The galaxy has begun to know humanity," she said softly. "We have been underestimated for centuries, but that is no longer true. Humans have proven that intelligence, courage, and creativity can surpass raw power. Our fleet is not just ships, it is a symbol of what humans can achieve." Lieutenant Kieran joined her. "Commander, humanity has arrived in the galaxy, respected and admired. What comes next?" Arya looked ahead, her eyes shining with determination. "Next comes exploration, learning, and cooperation. Humans will continue to grow, not through domination, but through intelligence, creativity, and courage. The galaxy will remember Earth not as a minor planet, but as a civilization that stood tall, wisely, and bravely among the stars. As the fleet glided through space, Earth remained behind, peaceful and thriving. Humans had shown the galaxy their hidden strength, but more importantly, they had shown that intelligence, courage, and creativity could create a legacy far greater than mere power. Commander Arya Lang turned to her officers one last time. "Humans have risen," she said. "The galaxy respects us. Our fleet, our intelligence, and our courage are known. And this is only the beginning. Humanity will continue to shine quietly, wisely, and brilliantly across the stars." And so, Earth's hidden fleet became a symbol of human ingenuity and determination. The Galactic Council had been shocked, yes, but they had also learned a valuable truth. Humans, underestimated for centuries, were clever, courageous, and capable of extraordinary achievement. Humanity's rise had begun, and the stars were now theirs to explore, protect, and inspire.